Queenetus here. I hope you're doing well. Wherever you are and whatever it is that you're doing, I hope you're rocking it. I hope you're trying your best to become the ultimate version of yourself. Just because UMF can, why else? Dude, you know, the reason why we are so depressed and so hopeless in life is because we don't love ourselves. It's because we're waiting around for others to love us and validate us. It's because we're waiting on others to do the work for us. We're waiting to be saved. And let me tell you, no one is coming to save you. No one. Not your family, not your spouse, not your kids, not your job, not your friends. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody can be happy for you. Yes, they can bring momentary happiness into your life, but that happiness goes away. Haven't you noticed? You hang out with friends and you're happy for that moment, and then you go home and you wake up and then you're like miserable again. So then you think, well, I need to go hang out some more. And then you do it over and over and over again. It's like this vicious cycle that never ends. It's like we're hamsters. Uh, we're like rats on a hamster wheel or hamsters on a wheel. You get the point. We're always chasing. We never get anywhere. Oh my God. It is crazy. Some other people think that drugs are the way out, or that alcohol is the way out, or that sex is the way out, food is the way out. And none of it could have been furthest from the truth. All we know is that we feel empty inside, that we lack meaning, that we lack purpose, and we must fill our own cup with whatever we can find, whether that is toxic relationships, toxic habits, addictions. We don't really care. We just need to fill up the cup, right? Well, that cup only gets filled for so long before you're running on empty again. It's sad, but true. Some of us never realize that we must fill our own cup with self love. Some of us do. Whatever the case is, if you're here right now, I can guarantee you that you are well on your path to self love. Self love is the way out, is the only way out. Because if we don't love ourselves, we are screwed for life. Forever running on that hamster wheel, forever on the rat race, chasing, competing, comparing, judging, relying on others to love us because we cannot love ourselves, because we haven't been taught to love ourselves, because we don't even know where to begin. We just know that it feels really bad. We just know that we feel really empty inside, like something is missing, and we can't really pinpoint what that is. So we keep on searching and searching and chasing and looking for happiness in all the wrong places. All the wrong places. Because if you are sitting there waiting for someone else to love you, then you will forever depend on others to be happy. If you can't love yourself, you will never be truly happy. Especially because if you don't love yourself and you get someone else to supposedly love you, that means that according to the law of attraction, you're attracting people that don't love themselves to love you that don't love yourself. So it's ends up becoming a big old mess, pretty much. It's like, hmm, I don't love myself, but I attracted this person. Oh, they must not really love themselves according to the law of attraction. So what am I doing? And that is why you're here. That's why you're here listening to this. Because you know that you've done it all, you tried it all, and you're still feeling empty. So there's no other way around it but to figure it out why, right? So today I invite you to make the effort to really question your feelings, your emotions, your situation, the people you have around, your habits. What is it telling you? Because if you know, our reality is just a mere reflection of how we feel inside. That took me forever to understand, by the way. What? My reality reflects how I feel inside? I feel fine. What are you talking about? Denial. Most of our lives, we spend it in denial. And then the other half, we spend it pretending that we're not in denial. Today, I invite you to wake up, question your reality. Why are you in the place that you are currently? Why do you have friends that don't treat you right? Why do you allow disrespect from others? Why don't you take yourself seriously? Why haven't you achieved the things that you should have achieved by now? Why are you always depressed? Do you think that that's just like our natural state of being? No. You are depressed because you feel disconnected. You feel like you don't belong anywhere. You feel like you don't have a purpose in life. You feel like you don't have a clear goal of where you're going. And on top of that, you feel like you're not loved. But nobody's ever going to truly love you unless you love yourself first. And how do we begin to love ourselves first? Well, first step would be to question your feelings, to question your reality. Why? Why? Why do I allow so much disrespect? Why don't I take myself seriously? Why don't I have the energy, the motivation, the drive to get up and go after what I want in life? Why are my parents this way? Why did my parents didn't teach me that? How were my parents when they were kids? What did they have to deal with? Because a lot of the times, whatever they dealt with ended up falling on our shoulders. The way that they were treated, some way, somehow, in one way or another, they treated us. Let's say that they got beat when they were kids. Maybe they didn't beat us growing up, but maybe they put a lot of anger and uncertainty in our lives. They instilled a lot of fear in our lives. Always question why. That's for step number one towards self love. Question why. The second one will be to keep your eyes on the prize, aka growth. You have to continuously make an effort, a conscious effort to continue growing, to continue expanding, to continue bettering yourself. As much work as it is, as much as it sucks, because it does. I'm not going to say that growth is pleasant, because it's not. It's a lot of hard work. But step number two will be to take your growth seriously. to do the things that you don't want to do, but that you know will be good for yourself. Like, it can be as simple as stopping to drink junk food. You can eat any food, but just not French fries every day, not Cokes every day. Don't saturate your whole entire being with white sugar every day. Like small, tiny, little changes will go a long way, because what does it tell me, right? Or like tell you if you stop drinking Cokes every single day? Well, it creates a sense of, oh, I'm starting to to respect myself, to take myself seriously. Like, I'm starting to care for my body. Like, it's so hard for me to explain people sometimes that why I take my health so seriously. And I didn't used to. I never went to the gym before. I always saturated my whole entire being with white sugar. I was the kind of person that would put like 5 teaspoons full of sugar in my coffee. I would drink 5 Red Bulls every single day, because I needed the energy to work and to move. But now I understand that if I want to feel good in life, for good or for bad, I have to live in this body, right? So if my body doesn't feel good, my mental health is not going to feel good. My emotions and my feelings are going to be all over the place. And that's what happens to a lot of people. They don't understand. They think that going to the gym is just because you're shallow. And I'm sure that a lot of people do it for those reasons. And I'm sure that a lot of people start their journey to a good health for shallow reasons. But at the end of the day, your physical health is important on another level. It has nothing to do with looks, even though it doesn't hurt to look good. But it goes beyond that. When you are able to walk down the street and not feel like you're out of breath, it means that you're doing something right. You need to take your body seriously. You need to take your growth seriously. That's it. Just take your growth as a person in every sense of the way seriously. Your physical health is Take your physical health seriously, take your emotional health seriously, take your spiritual health seriously. That's step number 2. Take your growth seriously. And anything or anybody that gets in the way of you and your expansion and your growth, you take him out of the way. That's step number 2. I know that it's a lot easier said than done. But it just takes a lot of tiny efforts, conscious decisions to get there. And you can get there as long as you understand that as long as you don't put in the work to love yourself, to discover who you truly are, what you stand for, you won't ever be happy. As long as you don't love yourself first, nobody else can love you. Step number 3 is to practice the law of attraction. I don't care what anybody else says, but the law of attraction is real. And if we continuously focus on the negative, on how much of a victim we feel, about how horrible the world is, you will attract more and more of the same into your life. I know that we may feel like we can change the negative in our lives by hyper focusing on it, but it's not. The more you focus on something, the more you make that something come alive. Tell me about it. I used to be the one person in the room that believed that, well, if I focus how much this sucks, then it will stop. I was wrong. I was oh so very wrong. Very wrong. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. Just think about it and just remember that self love starts within. Don't wait around for others to love you and validate you. It all starts within. So get to work. Till next time.